guys, welcome back to the Not So Round Table. I'm joined once again by Jonathan from Airsoftology. Back for episode 2 of our special, the Airsoftology special of the Not So Round Table.
We promise this episode will be less stinky than stinky tofu.
Yeah, and with less copyright violations.
Yes. 25% less stink, 100% less copyright violations. Only a small chance we're going to get kicked out of YouTube for this one.
Yeah.
Hey, at least it's on your channel, not mine. So, not my problem.
Nice.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
And you guys are familiar with how the Not So Round Table works. We've got collected questions as you've submitted in previous videos. Except for last week's because we're filming this back-to-back and we won't have your last week's.
Magic of television, man. Don't
We're
tell
in
them
the
that.
same clothes.
Maybe I washed the shirt. Maybe I own, it's like a Steve Jobs uniform. Maybe I have like 20 of these shirts.
Of the same shirt.
And you're wearing a work shirt. I mean, it could be. I mean, for all I know, I'm not wearing any pants. I mean, they can't
Neither
tell.
of us are wearing pants.
Pants are optional.
Yeah.
It's very free.
Here at Evike.com, airsoft pants
It's
are
hot.
optional.
It's 90 degrees today.
Is it really?
Yeah. Or 36.
I don't.
I've converted.
Have you?
Yes.
Let me get out of here. Poop
terrible.
tofu and oddball metric conversions.
Metric conversions.
All right. You want to answer a question first? Or
Poop. That's the title of this. Poop tofu and metric conversions. That's the title of this episode. All right. Let me get in here before we really get derailed on this one. Because Michael Stringer writes, what kind of goggles do you guys use? Because when I play during the summer, I'm in Pennsylvania if that matters, they will always fog up within a minute of starting a game. Do you guys have any tricks to keep them from fogging, or does a company sell a kick butt pair that won't?
First of all, you're playing Airsoft in the summer in Pennsylvania. There is not a goggle solution in the world that will not at some point have a fogging issue.
Yeah, they're fog resistant,
Right.
but not fog proof.
Right. What do you use?
For regular ones, Pyramix, which is the Pyramix goggles, which is Falcons and ASGs.
Right.
They're all made by the same company. Those are my go-to. Thermal lens, the dual pane ones, they're, I think, $15 to $30 depending on where you buy them.
Okay.
I don't know what you guys sell. I mean, I'm sure the Vulcan one's like $30 online. I'm sure you probably sell it. I think you go buy the iForce brand or something like that. We'll have a link below in the description, guys, if you want to purchase it. Those, and then for me, I've switched over to Tippmann goggle system.
Okay.
I used to be a dye guy, but after going to, not the Tippmann has some cool masks now with the lower mesh, but I would use the Empire mask.
Oh, yeah.
The EVS.
Yeah.
Oh, once I switched to the EVS, game on.
Really?
Have you? Are you still a dye guy?
I'm still on that dye punch.
Man, I got to get you off the...
No. I'm still using an i4. I won't go to the i5. I think the ratchet system's a waste of time.
Hey, man, do the Pepsi challenge. Try the EVS.
Okay. All right. I'll try it.
Try it. Just try it. I know you like to play fast and hard, and the field of vision was the game changer.
Interesting.
It really, the lens, the clarity of the lens, that's it.
And any fogging issues? Okay. No fogging issues with the dye. But I mean, he is right. The dye has a really high chin cut, so you do get shot in the neck often if you present yourself out around a corner too far.
But he's playing outside, though. I'm guessing.
Right. If you're
I'm
playing
assuming.
outside,
He didn't say outside, but he says PA in the summer. I'm assuming that's outside.
Right. For Milsim games, I wear Oakley M frames with a helo insert.
Do the same.
The reason I use those glasses is because they work really well as shooting glasses, and then when I need a full seal option, I throw in the helo kit. With that said, the helo kit has some real fogging issues. The minute they become full seal, because it's a rubber gasket, there's literally no transference of heat, and you get huge fogging issues. I have used the Nuprol No Fog spray. It works well, but it doesn't work for very long.
Right.
I've used Revision No Fog wipes. Better than the Nuprol stuff. Fog Tech wipes work fantastically.
That's what I use.
The thing about Fog Tech wipes that I don't like is that I've got to rip it open. It's a one-time use cloth that I have to carry around in the remnants of the package that I've torn, and then pull it out and, wipe with this little alcohol swab for diabetics, over my lenses. So we don't carry them here at Evike yet. I'm working on getting ESS no fog cloth. ESS makes a no fog cloth that's about this large, and it's white, and it's impregnated with a no fog powder. Then when the cloth is moistened, they come slightly moist, but you can always put like a drop of water on them to re-moisten them. Mm-hmm. They're reusable. Mm-hmm. They come with a Ziploc closed bag so that they're reusable, and I keep one of those in my gear. If I'm out in the field and I don't have water, but I usually have water because of Camelback, you can spit in it, and you have to, and you wipe your goggles and then wipe it off, and it lasts a long time for me, and the fact that it's reusable is nice. And I think they retail for about $3 or $4.
Oh, wow. And reusable? Sold.
So
I'll try it. I'll definitely try it.
I've got an extra. I will.
Sweet. There you go. Full review coming on Airsoftology YouTube channel.
Makes vented M-frame lenses too at the tops.
But still, the gasket is still going to seal up.
Yeah, a gasket goes behind. Then the holes are small enough that BBs aren't going to get through.
But does the gasket, is it where the venting is? Is it where the gasket sits? Because usually it sits like in your eye cup.
Yeah, but the venting is in the lens. Like it's in the front of the lens.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, with the holes up top. Yeah.
Across, yeah.
Right, but if the gasket's here and the holes are up here,
yeah, holes are almost at the frame.
Then it won't make a difference.
No, it's still. It's
within the gasket.
Oh, within the gasket.
Yeah, no, I mean the holes provide airflow.
Got it.
For the thing as a whole. Because I think with a helo kit, it's meant to be jumping out of.
Right, you don't want to have the dust.
Right. Yeah.
It's really to keep the dust out of your eyes for like when the helicopter kicks up all the.
I mean, we could just drill a whole bunch of small, minute holes in our.
I'm sure that would probably ruin the integrity of the class.
All right,
you're up.
Good question. Good question. All right, another mask question. Hexid, yeah. Hexid asks, what are some mask options for young players with glasses both affordable and ideal? 12-year-old son. I think both of the masks we talked about in that previous question, both the dye and the Tipman, I think are usable with corrective lenses. You've also got options from Oakley, ESS, and Revision that all have RX inserts and RX compatibility.
I always say this. Everybody's looking for, I see cheap mask, and I see with glasses a lot. If you're going to cut corners, there's a lot of ways to go budget in Airsoft. Mm-hmm. I will not go budget on eye protection.
Oh, yeah.
I won't. Mm-hmm. That's where I draw the line. I will go budget. I will do repro helmets and repro gear and budget guns and everything possible. Mm-hmm. But I won't skimp on iPro.
iPro and footwear.
And footwear, yes.
Yeah.
iPro isn't even that expensive. Like, rated eyewear is really affordable. Mm-hmm. Like, we have paintball masks that are like $30.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's really no reason to skimp on eye protection at that point.
Plus, it's literally the most important thing.
Yeah, it is the most important thing. Absolutely. So.
Yep.
But yeah, you can 35 US. I think that's well within anybody's budget if you're playing this hobby. It's not a cheap hobby by any stretch of the imagination, but if you're going to go to a field, that's like 2 times playing, or even less than 2 times playing, to get a mask or a goggle system. So, yeah. All right.
Hopefully that answered your question. And most masks are adjustable. Just because your son or daughter's 12 doesn't mean that they won't be able to grow into a lens. So,
insert. What do the recoil kits for gas blowback pistols do? And do they reduce the amount of gas you need to use? Recoil kit for gas pistol?
Short stroking kit.
Okay. Oh. All right, so short stroking. Okay. We'll butcher it out.
Okay, so
that's I don't know in Mandarin.
So a recoil kit or a short stroke kit does not affect the amount of gas being released from the magazine and does not decrease or modify the amount of gas moving through the blowback unit.
That's through the floating valve.
Correct, because you haven't changed any of that. So the gas system remains unchanged. If you're looking to make your pistol more efficient, you need to look at the efficiency of the gas system and not the spring system. So changing how long the gas valve in the magazine stays open, how wide it stays open. You can buy different gas valves with different openings, changing the amount of outflow from the magazine, changing your hammer spring can change how long or how hard that gas valve is being hit, which again equates to how much gas is being let out.
So how long it stays open. Harder,
correct.
Stays open longer, which means more gas. Okay.
And then the valve that you choose, which allows a certain portion of gas to be pushed forward and propel the BB versus how much gas is propelled backwards into the blowback unit to actuate the blowback action. And not a lot of people realize that there are two functions going on at the same time. When you pull the trigger, it's not just that gas is going up into a chamber and going out the barrel with the BB. That gas is portioned so that some propels the BB and some actuates the blowback action of the pistol. And that's where we get to the recoil kit. By shortening the travel of the slide, you're shortening the cycling rate of the pistol slide, which means it's going to go back into reset, ready to fire faster. So a recoil kit will allow you to get shots off faster, but it has no effect on your gas efficiency. With that said, by short stroking your spring guide, you're also pushing your mag catch, you're pushing your slide stopping point further forward, which means that you potentially won't be locking your mag slide, your slide when the pistol's empty. So you'll need to count your shots. You gotta show the other side.
So instead of like this, so you're gonna short stroke it. So instead of going all the way back, you're gonna be like halfway back.
Correct.
So it doesn't, that extra distance there, you're not traveling. So you're going only back halfway, let's say. So just enough really to get a little in here, if we can see in the camera, the red bit to clear, to pick up the next BB. The whole ideal is you want it just to be able to pick up that next BB and just have it just perfect so it goes back just far enough. Grab the BB and back forward again.
And you can be in a situation where you short stroked it too much and you're no longer picking up BBs. Or conversely, short stroking it not enough really has no added benefit. In the old days, we used to have to short stroke things with washers and bearings or even Lego tires.
Dinosaur teeth.
Yeah.
That worked too.
Lego tires were perfect.
Lego tires?
So it was an old, small rubber Lego tire.
Really?
The ones that you could get for Lego sets that had like the white cylinder that press fit into it. It's the rubber tire, not the
rubber tire.
plastic
Yeah.
ones. So you can take that off and it's a perfect fit onto your high kappa spring guide. Now there are like O-rings and plastic shims and things that
or whole new spring guides or whatever, which is the kit. By the way, was it just me when Matt started this whole segment about talking about it? It's like in my mind, I was listening to him and I had that image of this meme, the guy with all the math and all the science overlaid over top of him. That was kind of what I was thinking when you were talking at first. I was like, oh, I was trying to draw the line and geometry and.
In actuality, I really don't know very much about gas pistols. I've built a couple of my own.
He's far better at it than I am. AGs,
Ryan has built my latest one with me, and I think we're really pleased with the end performance of it. What?
Are we done with it?
It's never done. It's $1,500 in, and we're still not done.
$1,500 in.
Let's not talk about it. Next question. All right.
Last one.
All right. Let's make this the last question, and this is a really interesting question.
Okay,
I don't think we've ever answered this one before. It's a good ending question. Ian Barber asks, where is the line drawn for classifying mid-cap mags from high-cap mags in number of BBs? And this is a fantastic question because depending on what platform you're using, that number's all over the board.
It is.
Yeah.
And then low cap. You want to get in there and do low cap. Real cap's easy. Because it's the real capacity that mimics the firearm it goes into. Right. But.
Okay, so let's take the most common magazines. High capacity magazine for an M4 AEG starts at
300 to 330.
330 rounds and goes upwards to
300, 330, 400, 450.
Yep, and I think I've seen a 6,
M4.
Which is that,
the Surefire style.
Chubby mag.
Yeah, the chubby mag, the Surefire style. But
okay,
most high caps are 300, 350, and then their longer M4s are that G36s are in the 400 range.
470.
Yeah.
There you go. 470.
Okay, so these high caps. Yep. Well, let's do high cap and then mid cap for each one. So mid cap for an M4.
I would say mid cap for me is anywhere between 80 to 90 rounds.
That's a mid cap?
Up to, because
Okay.
80 or 90, I'd say 90 rounds for me up to about 150.
Okay.
That's my educated guess.
So I know that there are ones available. I don't know that we make 90s anymore. Are 90s still available?
No.
They used to be.
I think the starting point these days for like
120.
polymer mags is 120, and then they go up to about 190.
190, yeah.
And then low caps or real caps. Well, no, real caps would be 30.
But who's doing the... Okay, so even you can go by number or mechanics.
Right.
Mechanics, in my brain, I always think mid cap is just purely spring, like speed loaded, right? Get loaded up. And then high caps have a door you dump and you wind with the wheel,
Right.
or
And that
some
would
kind of
be-
winding mechanism.
Absolutely. I think that, for me too, is kind of the denotation between this is a mid cap and this is a high cap.
But who's making that ridiculous mid cap box mag? Oh, it's the new System of PTW one that's coming out from Z-Shot. They have it's the drum mag style,
Okay.
but it's a mid cap
How many rounds?
in a way. Oh, it's like 1,200 or something.
Still counts as a mid
But
cap,
you
right?
have to speed load it. There's no door to open and dump it in. It is
It's got
a
an
spring.
M4. It's got an M4 mag top.
It's M4 mag top. It's a System of PTW. There's
Odin it.
and you have to literally you have to speed load or it would have to be Odin. It would have to be Odin, and that's why Odin's distributed by Z-Shot anyway. So it's a perfect pairing between the two. But it loads into that, the drum.
Yeah.
Everybody has like the
60.
yeah.
They're using a Magpul shell for
Yeah, like a Magpul shell. Yeah, they're using the Magpul 60 round shell, the round drum, and it spirals in down
So
the
it's
spring.
still technically a mid cap.
It's technically a mid
So if
cap.
I go to an AMS game and I'm like, this is a mid cap, bro.
Mid caps, though, are limited by. They do have a round count at the games.
They don't.
They don't.
No, you're limited to a certain number of mid caps, but they don't limit how many rounds a mid cap can hold. And the thing they classify a drum mag as having is winding. You see? No, you're gonna have to change the rules.
You have to change the rules, because if the problem is you can never get the spring
Right.
that long to give equal pressure to
Right.
load the first BBs not too hard,
Right.
like just jam them up in there, and then have the last BBs too soft.
Well, it'll have to be variable pitch.
it would have to be variable pitch, but
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
yeah, the science and the
Variable
math.
pitch. All right.
That actually, So number wise, I'd say in the hundreds,
Okay.
like 100, under 200, and as long as it's spring driven, for me is a mid cap.
Okay.
Mid cap absolutely can't be wound.
So now, with that said,
Okay,
MP5 high cap.
it's very low. One
It's 200 rounds.
200 rounds, right?
It's 190 to 200 rounds. That's a high cap for an MP5.
But it's also a mid cap for an M4.
You cannot answer the question purely based on numerical value.
Yeah.
Because every platform has a different quantity. A G3 high cap is 300 rounds. An AK high cap is 450 to 600 rounds.
So it's mechanics. So we're gonna say not quantifiable by number, but it's measurable by mechanics. If spring loaded with the speed loader, spring whatever, speed load, spring fed,
Yeah.
then mid cap.
Yeah. And I'd say anywhere from, yeah. I would say anywhere up to 200 rounds. Anywhere up to 200 rounds, spring fed, not winding, mid cap.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Really? Like, this is a tough one. I don't have like a good answer to this. So like, seriously, we're gonna I want to know, down below, I think this is a good question. What are your thoughts on mid cap and high cap? Like where does it start? Where does it end?
And where should it end?
Where
Should we
should?
limit what is classified as which to make it more easy to purchase?
Yeah. Is it mechanics? Is it a number? Is it what? Let us know. Come on. I think it's up to you. I think this is going to be a group. Like Matt and I
decision.
can't,
I mean, we
draw
could,
the
but
line.
no one would believe us anyway.
Yeah.
We'd be like, "Oh, look at these two old idiots.
Yeah. I don't believe them. They have beards. Never trust a guy with a beard.
Really? I think we're pretty trustworthy.
Actually, it's usually after I grew my beard, more people started asking me for directions.
See?
And asking for help.
Because you look like you know what you're doing.
I guess.
I don't.
I need
You
all
do.
the help I can get. Trust me.
I call him for life advice. Lieutenant, thanks again for joining us on the Not So Round Table. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. We'll continue to do more of these. If you are not subscribed to all of the Airsoftology social media, he's got a plethora of media. You still on Facebook?
Yeah, still on Facebook a little bit. Yeah, YouTube's it, really.
Okay.
I mean, like, go to YouTube, you'll find me. Instagram, too, Airsoftology.
You can literally search Airsoftology on Google, and he's
Look
the
for
only thing that comes up.
bright yellow logo thingy.
Yeah, so in-depth reviews, excellent advice, and just general knowledge about Airsoft. And he's been doing it for long enough that all of us that started playing learned a lot from you.
Are you saying I'm old?
No, I'm just saying that you've been providing excellent information since we started.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll see you guys later.